Hey everyone, it's Heather here with Earth Empress. I hope you are doing fantastic on this Wednesday. This is going to be your general overall spread for October. Wow, yeah, October 2019. We are almost there, guys. We are literally almost at the end of this big monumental healing, this purging, this growth, this step. I feel like Aries have been kind of getting kicked in the ass, especially with Chiron in your sign right now. It's kind of inevitable, and with all this Libra energy that's been opposing, that's coming in, especially during Libra season, you guys have been feeling it. Whether it's been really high or really low of the lows. So yeah, my heart goes out to you guys. I know, I get it. I've been energetically in a clusterfuck of emotions. It's what happens. It is what it is. The beauty in this is that there's growth, there's direction, there's a reestablishment, there's power within you that's coming forward, and it's causing an immense healing. So keep that in mind. What you're going through, if you come across blocks, yes, you can look at them as blocks, and it can be something that's like, why isn't this happening? Why haven't I, hit this point, past this barrier? But then again, it's kind of taking stock and saying, okay, what is this trying to show me right now? What am I being blocked from? Okay, what are, some of the reasons why I might be being blocked from this right now? Or why is this not working out at this moment? Am I ready to take this on? Am I ready spiritually? Am I grown enough? Is my ego healed enough to move forward in this? So take it with a grain of salt. Just a little bit of my Taurus thing coming through, the mom in me. Yeah. So it's going to be for obviously Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Aries. And yeah, as always, it's overall. So it can be about career, it can be about family, relationships, friendships. Take it as it resonates. Take what fits, leave what doesn't. Don't try to force it. Don't try to make it fit. And on my Instagram, Facebook, all that good information, podcast is down in the description box below. So, all right, so let's go ahead and hop right in, Aries. Oh, you have a jumper. It didn't just like pop out. It literally jumped a little bit. Oh, this is a beautiful card. The Muse of I Am. This is literally getting in tune with your spiritual story, with your healing, with your calling, with your purpose. Movement forward into that. I absolutely love that. And it's such a beautiful, it's a gorgeous card. It's getting in tune with oneself. It's getting raw. It's getting bare. It's getting naked. It's stripping yourself down in order to really rebuild and tune into your soul from the ground up. Like I said, that Chiron, man, it has been pushing. All right, so what else can we get for Aries? You guys have the Hermit. It's like the second person I had. Okay, so we're going to leave this reversed. Just reversed. I feel like it's releasing toxicity within karmic patterns, to be honest. It could be like maybe for some Aries out there, you guys have an innate sense of unfamiliarity or uncomfortability when it comes to the more emotional aspects. So you get in your head, you get stressed, you get anxiety. It throws you off balance. It throws you out of whack. Maybe there's a lot of healing that needs to take place inside of you. And that's what that Hermit's about. That soul deep yearning, that going within, that really finding what your true purpose is, what your essence is, but really, more importantly, who the fuck you are underneath everything, underneath the ego, underneath the conditioning, your traumas, the childhood programming, your family, all of it. Who are you at your core? And that's what this cycle is going to come down to for you, and I can feel it in my bones. I have a lot of very close people to me that are Aries, and it's been about a breaking down of the ego in order to really rebuild their sense of purpose, their sense of soul. They're not ego living, they're soul living. And it's really transforming the whole process for them. And it's something new, it's something different they had never really had to go in and figure out before. So it hasn't always been the easiest energy form, but man, it's led to an immense growth. We have Six of Wands here, Page of Cups. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like, so Six of Wands is the card of recognition, obviously. It's also the card of victory. I do feel like you're going to be pouring into yourself. Page of Cups. Can be offers of love coming in. Not really feeling that. I'm feeling like this is you guys really working on what accomplishment looks like to you, what your new victory is, what your new norm is going to be. you know, pouring into yourself, really loving yourself through the process of healing versus beating yourself up, you know, pouring into to work or doing these things to busy yourself. It's like you're taking the time to finally sit and still and dig deep and work through shit that has probably been on your mind and in your soul and heavy on your heart for a while. Okay, we're just gonna flip out all the cards. Oh yeah, this is the Muse Tarot, by the way. I don't think I said in the beginning of this video, I'm gonna be using the Muse Tarot, which is a phenomenal deck. I absolutely love this deck. I love the imagery. I love the light that comes through with it. Yeah, so Six of Swords, leaving behind troubled waters, leaving behind the shit that emotionally, energetically, and mentally didn't serve you. Like I always say with the Six of Swords, it doesn't have to just be physically moving. It can be energetically moving. It can be emotionally moving. It can be mentally moving away from something. It's a disconnect. So whether it's literally physically, like you're leaving something, someone, a job, a career, family, friends, relationship, or you're just energetically pulling back and saying like, no, I have to figure my shit out. I can't do this right now because I'm so worried about who I am moving forward that I don't have time to deal with this energetic clusterfuck of bullshit. I'm sorry. You just don't. You don't have time for it. And I don't blame you. I mean, it's heavy digging deep with Chiron. It's heavy. It's heavy wounding. Take it from someone that has it in her first house, conjunct by Mars and my ascendant, like, obviously. It's not, no. And then it opposes my Saturn, my Uranus, and my Neptune. So, and then it squares over there, over by my Venus, Mercury, and my Jupiter. So it's not the easiest of energies, but it is the most transformative. And that's where the beauty is, that if you really do the work, this one really wants to pop out. If you really do the work, it's going to be 100% transformative for you guys. Empress. I can fuck with that, obviously. Empress energy under the Muse. So yeah, tuning in, really like just stripping down all of the shit and getting to who you are is leading to this period of this energy, this divine feminine recognition within, this Empress, this creativity, this passion, this birthing thing, this connectedness, this groundedness. It's bringing you stability in the long term. But it is going to take releasing and leaving behind some stuff in order to gain that. Let's see what she's pouring into here. Because the Empress to me alone is about, again, creativity, fruition. Everything, you know, she touches is going to add growth. It's going to blossom. It's going to move forward. I want to know what she's touching. I want to know what she's pouring into. So let's see what this energy that you guys are embodying is pouring into. It is the card of Taurus. Just gonna, and you have Hermit, the card of Virgo. Okay, wow. We have the 3 and then the 2 of Cups. And I've shuffled this deck probably about 40, 50 times by now. So that's a thing. You have the 3 of Cups under the 10 of Voices reversed. So, I mean, for some of you, if there was a third party situation in your life, it's in my head. You're focusing more on yourself and your happiness and pouring into you. If there was toxicity cycles that need to be released, what's going to push that forward is going out and embracing this Empress energy and enjoying life and living life and surrounding yourself with people that just fucking get it, that pour into you, that support you, that love you. 2 of Emotions. Same, yep. Going into your head about a soul connection. It can also be like a balancing out. I think of 2, you know, everyone sees 2 of Cups. They automatically go to, oh, it's a love, it's a relationship, and can be. But I always find 2 is balance. So Temperance, there's balance there. 2 of Cups, to me, there's balancing, there's a mirroring going on. And it can be someone that you have a deep connection with that is not a relationship. If you have a friend that pours into you, that really opens up in a different light, you know, and helps you really embody and dig deep into who you are, that's going to be very beneficial for you. You know, if it's a mentor, if it's a family member, if it's your mom, you know, it's someone that really pours into your soul that you can just look at, and you just have that innate unspoken thing where they sense something's off, they sense something's wrong, and they just go to you and they have the wisdom and they have the direction. It could be a Virgo, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That one wanted to pop out. The Moon card. Could definitely be dealing with some Pisces or Cancer energy here. Under that 6, so yeah, emotional illumination. That's like, it keeps popping in my head, and that's what I'm gonna call this video, if I can remember it. Emotional illumination. 6 of Wands on the moon, literally, and we just had the Libra new moon, and then before that we had the full moon. So yeah, this is, I mean, this is, again, it's like you're recognizing where your purpose is leading you, where the direction is you want to go, what's going to bring you happiness on that soul level. And it's almost like the universe is kind of shining light to it versus you just seeking and worrying and stressing about it. The universe is kind of gifting and bringing it to your attention and to the light for you to really put you on the path. You could also be finding out some truths, some deep-seated heartfelt emotions when it comes to a particular connection. Again, it's a soulmate connection, so take it as it resonates for you. Any kind of connections can be soulmates, but it's someone that really is, again, a very deep, heartfelt, emotional security and depth there. We have 9 of Pentacles. So this is pouring into yourself, self-love, knowing you have everything within you that's necessary to fulfill what you need or require moving forward. You're leveling up. You're owning it. This, to me, like I said, this one for me, in this instance, wasn't so much about receiving love from another as it was about receiving love from yourself. Truly loving the person you're becoming, because it is the Page. It's something new. It's a little bit different. And then that 9 of Materials is the Independent card. It is the single card, yes. But it is someone that, again, is innately aware that they have all of the necessary tools within themselves to really thrive in this life moving forward. What else can we get for Aries? What else can we get? They're like sticking together now. You have like 5 or 6 that want to pop out at once, or none. That's it. All right, what else can we get for Aries? There we go. 7 of Wands. So I do feel like what's underneath here, though. That's the question. Oh, okay, that's good. Yes. Okay. 7 of Wands on the Devil. Can be Capricorn energy coming through. I feel like it's more so you battling off the toxic shit in your life that needs to be released. Because when the Devil's reversed, it's a release. It's leaving behind the toxicity. That's why when I saw that 7 of Wands on underneath that 6 of Swords, I was like, because it could be battling, do I stay or do I go? Do I release this or do I keep this? Like, you know, it's battling energetically, trying to force yourself to let go, or it's battling with the decision to even move forward and let go. With the Devil reversed, I feel like the decisions made, what the battling is the releasing of the attachment to it. So if you're releasing attachment to a connection, to a mindset, to a mentality, to wounds, fucking kudos, because that is exactly what's necessary in order to move forward in this journey right now. It's releasing the attachment, the toxicity that's tied to it. That is the key for you. So let's see what else we've got. The world, cosmos, yeah. Ending cycles. And it's funny how I love the world card because it's a never-ending cycle. You know, one thing ends for something to begin. Every time. The old, you know, one door closes, another one opens. Yeah, same concept, I guess. But I like to think of it as like an ever-flowing cycle, not much less a door where... Because I feel like realistically, if you want to go back through a door that's closed in the chapter, you could probably go back through it. If you really wanted to, doesn't mean that it's consistently closed and locked. What it does mean, though, is that if it's fluid, if it's flowing, it's growing, it served its purpose. So you can naturally kind of flow to the next phase, flow to the next level, just move forward into that, knowing that you've released what you needed to in order to get to where you are now. I feel like that's a much healthier way to look at it. But that's me. That's what's worked for me through my traumas. So... as I always say, take it with a grain of salt, right? It's under that Empress. Yeah, so literally, there's so much bearing that's going on right now. It's like just burying and getting raw and real and fucking embracing and this divine feminine energy. Even if you're a man, I don't give a shit. You can have divine feminine. Like, we all have divine feminine, masculine energy. What that's about more so, I think, is really pouring and cultivating in yourself and your soul. It's living less from the 3D, the head, and more into the heart, into the soul of things. And because you're doing that, cycles are ending, and it's like the world's at your fingertips. Literally, you're holding the world in your hand because you're moving forward. And it's beautiful, and it comes to fruition, and things blossom because you're doing it from a very pure place versus this 3D materialistic kind of place. It's very ego. And ego, again, is healthy to a certain extent, but can't let ego really rule your life. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way to go. Okay, well, we're not going to take all of these, but we have 8 of Swords reversed and we have 7 of Pentacles. So take a nice hard look at the shit that has not served you, where you have been holding yourself back, where you have been restricting yourself in the process of your growth. Came out again, yeah, 8, yep. 8 of Swords. No more restrictions. It's breaking the cycle. Maybe that's what a lot of this was, the toxicity. Maybe it wasn't so much a relationship. Maybe a lot of it for you was holding yourself back, not loving yourself because you were so, I don't want to just say insecure because it sounds so like, it sounds judgmental, because I don't mean that like from, because we all have our insecurities. We all have things within us that really can get triggered. I mean, none of us are perfect. We're human. We're never going to be perfect, but it came from a place of lacking something or insecurity. And if that was a wound that needed to be healed and it required really being torn apart from the inside out in order to finally deal and release it, then it's beauty. There's beauty in that pain. Because I can imagine it's probably fucking painful. I've been through it, I know. But the beauty within it is you finally stop holding yourself back in this mental prison, in this entrapment. And you shift the cycle. Because it's like, it's really cool, because I was actually discussing with a friend of mine the other day about this, about how it's so hard to break generational programming and generational curses, as some people call it, because it goes back generations. It's karma. It's just, there's so much entwined in it. It's such heavy work to do. But when you're the one doing it, and then you get to that point and you release, and it really breaks a cycle, a habit within the dynamic, you not only shift your cycle moving forward and your karma, but any generational coming after that, that bit of karma that you've healed for your family, for your soul tribe. And like, that's really fucking cool to me. I find that fascinating because it makes doing the work, I don't want to say more manageable or more easier, but it makes it more meaningful. Because sometimes you get so tired of doing the work for yourself. You're like, I don't fucking care anymore. I don't want to grow. I don't want to do this anymore. It hurts too much. But when you really think about, okay, you know, I'm not going to pass this on to my children. I'm not going to pass this on to the next generation or the next generation. I'm not going to come back in another life and come and go through this whole fucking cycle again. Because I've healed it and I've worked on it. And that's beauty. There's beauty in that. But it's also powerful, and it puts a lot of meaning into the fact that the work you do now, even if you feel like it doesn't matter, it fucking matters. It does. Sorry. I'm telling y'all, man, my moon got hit the other night, my Libra moon, and it's just been like fucking just lit up, and I'm just like, and it's funny because my moon is in Libra, but my ascendant's Cancer, so I'm ruled by the moon. But then with my moon being in Libra, my Taurus is my sun, so then Venus hits that too. So it's like this nice little clusterfuck fest, I guess. That's what we're going to call today. That's the word we're going with. Okay. You have the Muse, which is the Hanged Man. Yeah, definite perspective, a definite shift, definite balancing out emotionally when it comes to you and your soul and connections and who you're connecting with and who you're allowing into your soul tribe. 2 of Pentacles. Balancing out. Maybe some of you were juggling. You were juggling an overwhelming amount of emotion when it came to your purpose and what you wanted to do. It was like, because you were holding yourself back so much and there was no release, there was no movement forward, you were trying to juggle and stay busy and do so many things to occupy your time, or, you know, keep your heart from hurting or the pain from coming up or things from stemming. But in reality, when it comes up and it bubbles up and you deal with it and you heal with it, that's how you move forward and move on. You know, the constant juggling, the constant trying to find something too busy. That's what I keep getting. It's like you were busy in your emotions because that's under the moon. And so for me, it's like juggling, literally juggling like this emotion, this feeling, this, that. And it's like, okay, let me just make myself so busy that I don't have time to feel. But you're going to feel. And then when you do, Page of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, you're becoming emotionally aware, but you're also becoming discerning when it comes to your path, your calling, your purpose. Could be connecting with an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I just feel like it's you. I feel like it's you looking at the big picture, because this is all directing back to this World card and saying like, look, I can't do this anymore. I need to release. I need to look and get a different perception when it comes to the way I've been approaching my emotions, the way I've been approaching things, the way I've been approaching something that really stirs or triggers me. And it was imprisonment before. Now it's not. The world's at your fingertips now. It's causing a cycle to shift. It's causing shit to change. I love that. I love that. It just feels so powerful for you guys. Like, this is a month. This is a month for you. Own that shit, Aries. Okay, you have Seven of Swords reversed. We're going to leave it reversed. Yeah. Looking at toxicity, deception, lessons learned, all of it. And really deciding, okay, I'm not going to pour into shit that drains me anymore. I'm going to focus on things that I can build, that I can flourish, I can lay groundwork for, that I can move forward into. And that's falling under the Six of Voices, the Seven of Inspiration. Like, it's falling under the Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, that energetic, that Devil reverse. Like, it's a big, epic release for you guys, which is fucking phenomenal. You do have a lot of sevens. You have the World, which it goes up to 3. You got the Hanged Man, which is 3, and then you got the Three of Cups, literally within a triangle of each other, and the Empress is right fucking next to that. So 3 is also 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah. Yeah, you have, and then as far as that goes, the World, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. You have Capricorn here on the table, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Hangman's Piscean energy. I see this Virgo sometimes too, and then the Hermit too. Yeah, Empress, Taurus, Libra. You have a couple different energies coming through as far as major arcana goes. There's just so much growth here. There's so much growth. There's so much potential. There's so much movement forward. And I'm about it, Aries. I love this. One of my absolute best friends in the world's an Aries. And she's starting this whole new chapter, this whole new venture. And I'm just like, every day, just like, get that shit, do it, you know, because that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what your soul tribe's about. It's like, it can be the craziest shit ever, and I'm literally in the corner like, okay, do that shit, you got this, that's just, that I feel like is what's needed more than anything right now, especially for you guys. Tauruses are kind of going through a rock and a hard place. Sometimes some Geminis, Sag, Scorp, Caps, obviously. I have friends that have heavy Capricorn placements and they've been through the ringer. But just in general, overall, energetically, we're all in this period where we need people that get it. We need people that get it, that support it, that see it, recognize it, and want to help. That's what we need more than anything right now. Turquoise and selenite. Let's see, we have... All right. Selenite. Of course, I love selenite. It's one of my favorite stones. Liquid light, fluidity, flexibility, illumination, and clarity. When selenite spirit appears, its message to you is to keep moving past your challenges, your sights always on raising your vibration, to be like liquid light, illuminating, fluid, and flexible. For even the earth and her rocks, stones, and crystals change and reveal more of themselves over time. Selenite spirit message is that whatever the pace of change, you must yield your expectations about how things should be so that you can discover the beauty in how things are evolving Like liquid light flowing around an obstacle, you have the capacity to move more freely than you might realize. Know that a new perspective can help you see that. You don't even have to be stopped in your tracks. Be flexible in your thinking, for there is more wisdom in the universal consciousness than in your own individual mind, and it is always available to you. The way out of old patterns is to enter the unknown without maps or well-defined familiar paths. Like I said, you guys are being stripped raw right now, but it is because you guys are meant for great things. Surrender your fear and know that the conscious universe, I love that fear, it's here to provide you with the clarity and guide you through unexpected twists and turns. And then we have turquoise. I love this deck. This is the Crystal Spirits deck by Colette Baron Reed, and it is phenomenal. Storytelling, reframing, a different way of perceiving. Each of us can experience the same event differently. Yeah, because all of us are coming from different vantage points. Know too that as you change, so will your perspective, and the message turquoise has for you is that you can change your story of what happened in the past at any time. You can choose which details to focus on and how to interpret events, for you are being encouraged to claim your power as a storyteller. Make no mistake, storytelling is an awesome power, for no one can take your truth away from you. But you may discover that it has more angles than you realize. Just as a crystal turned over in your hand has more facets than apparent at first glance. What story will you tell? Will it be the one that is heroic and empowering? Sorry, I'm starting to channel really hard. Worthy of your hard work and efforts to heal what is wounded within you. Rest assured that you can be honest about all that you've experienced and done, yet still write a story that will help you feel you are strong, wise, and supported by the conscious universe. The truth we all share is complicated, and the way you tell your truth is up to you. So turquoise encourages you to write your story well, in a way that honors, empowers, and heals you, and gives you strength, even if others may not seem to accept your truth. Tell it anyway, for doing so is a healing act. All right, that's going to be it for your overall spread, Aries. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you guys next week for your soul connections. All right, love and light.